welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. My name's Crystal and today I thought I would go through my current makeup brush set that I'm using in my Pro MUA kit. The brushes that I use in my kit at the moment are quite inexpensive. They are predominantly from Morphe, so they are affordable, especially for people who are starting to venture into the makeup artistry space. It's very good to start with something that you know is going to work. It might not be super long term in terms of longevity, but it is something that can get you off the ground, get you started whilst you're out there starting to source your clients. So today I thought I would go through my entire brush roll that I have here. This is a Gorgeous Cosmetics brush roll which was given to me by the Academy of Makeup, where I'm currently studying my makeup artistry course. So I thought we'd go through the brushes that I think are essential to have in your kit, and this could be something that if you are looking to get into the makeup artistry space, it could be a good starting point for you guys. But before we get into the video, do not forget to subscribe to my channel if you like videos like this. I am loving the content that's going on YouTube at the moment. It's really supportive of keeping people distracted in these trying times. I know I've said this a couple of times in my videos lately, but I really do hope that you are putting your mental and physical health first in these times. I know it's tricky for everybody right now, but we will see the light on the other side once we do get to the other side of the situation that we're all facing at the moment. Before we get into the video, do not forget to subscribe and like this video. I really do appreciate the support. It's been absolutely incredible over the past couple of weeks seeing you guys subscribe to my channel. It's been so heartwarming. I can't even put it into words. So thank you so much for the people that have already subscribed. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram as well. I will have my personal Instagram and my makeup artistry account in the description box below. So do feel free to go and check me out there. And without further ado, let's get straight into the video. So I've already mentioned in my intro that I keep all of my brushes in this brush belt here by Gorgeous Cosmetics. It is just a synthetic leather, which is really easy to clean. I highly recommend getting a brush belt like this, or possibly the MAC belt that actually clips on just like a belt. It's super easy access. So this is really good because it's just got a little strap and then you unwrap it and it holds a lot of brushes. So I can barely even fit it in the frame, see? Like there's so many brushes in here, and then all you do is flip the top layer back and then you have your full exposure. So there are quite a few brushes in here. There are around about, I think, 25 brushes in this brush roll that it can hold, and we will go through each individual one together in depth and why I have it in my brush collection. So just giving you guys a bit of an overview, I do start with my face brushes down this end, and then I do move into my eye brushes down the other end, and it does get more precise and more detailed towards the end. I absolutely love the brushes that I use. I mean, there really isn't a look that I can't achieve with these brushes, even if I do have multiple people that I'm servicing. So now we're going to go into detail. We'll start at this end with the face brushes. Like I said in my intro, predominantly the brand that I use in here is Morphe. I do have a couple of Gorgeous Cosmetics brushes in here, and I do have some Zell brushes in here as well. I don't think I have any MAC brushes at this stage, but I do plan on investing in a few MAC brushes because I do think the quality of those are incredible. Just starting with this one here, I have the Morphe M-52. I use this one predominantly for primers. It's a really thick dome-topped brush. It picks up a lot of product. It is all synthetic hair, so it deposits a lot of the product onto the face. It doesn't hold a whole heap of it in the actual bristles itself, so it's really easy to distribute. The next brush that I have in my brush roll is the Gorgeous Cosmetics number 29 brush. This is a really big powder brush. So this one I use if I have a large surface area for bronzer, or I will use it to distribute powder on the face. This is again synthetic hair, so it does deposit the product quite easily onto the face. I don't have too much of an issue of the product getting stuck in the bristles itself. So again, I do think synthetic brushes are better than the natural hair brushes. I will show you a couple of natural hair brushes that I do have in my collection, but I do think that synthetic is the best way to go. So I'm just going to go through a couple more because otherwise we're going to be here forever. So the next two brushes I have is the Gorgeous Cosmetics number 30 brush. This is an even bigger brush to what we had before. This came in my kit. So when I started at the Academy of Makeup here in Melbourne, they did give us this brush roll and they did give us a couple of brushes. We did pay for that, of course, but it was something to have at the beginning of the course to learn over the process. I did have a lot of these kind of brushes already, but it's nice to have some extras. I mean, you can never have too many brushes. So that is for powder, and you can also use that for body makeup as well. Next I have the Morphe E3. This is from their more pro artistry line at Morphe. I do absolutely adore this brush. I love the weight of it. It does feel very nice. It has a really nice wooden handle, and then it has a gunmetal ferrule, which I really like. It feels so soft and beautiful. I use this again for bronzer or for putting powder on the face and just blending things out. So again, a super affordable product to have in your kit, and I absolutely love it. The next one is a Morphe M-52. Now I don't know if I've actually used this, but this could be really good for cream blush or cream bronzer. I have this in here just in case somebody would prefer to have a cream look versus a powder based product on their skin, but otherwise I don't really gravitate too much to this one. This is the natural hair brush, and it does tend to pick up the product and soak it into the hair, so I don't tend to gravitate for this brush, but I do have it in my kit just in case. The next brush is from Gorgeous Cosmetics. Again, this is the 37 brush. This is a flat top kabuki brush. I love the natural wood handle on these, and then the black ferrules are really cool too. This is a really great brush for foundation and primers. I do predominantly use this for foundation at the moment because it is really easy to stipple the product into your skin directly. It really does make it look quite skin-like, so I love that. The next brush is a blush brush. This is from Morphe. This is the E4, so again from that Pro collection. I absolutely adore this brush. I don't know why I don't have one of these in my everyday collection, because I do think this is one of the best blush brushes on the market. If you haven't got this, I definitely recommend you go out and get it. It's super soft. It distributes product really evenly on the skin, and it blends flawlessly. So definitely pick one of these up if you haven't already got it. The next three brushes kind of serve the same purposes for me. So they are for cream contour, basic contouring, and for setting concealer. I use them interchangeably depending on the face shape. So I have the Morphe M510, the Morphe M438, and the Morphe M510. So they're all tapered brushes. One natural hair brush here. Anything that has white bristles is a natural hair brush. You can usually feel the difference in the brushes themselves. I do predominantly use this one for cream contouring or just powder contouring. I do like it for that. They're all tapered, this beautiful tapered tulip kind of shape, which makes it really easy to get into the hollows of the cheekbones. So I really love these brushes for that reason, and you can also use them interchangeably to set underneath the eyes for powder as well, because they're not too overbearing and they're not going to take up too much space and distribute product everywhere and then ruin the look that you've already made. So the last face brush that I have here is the M224 by Morphe. It is a synthetic brush here. I use this for concealer for under the eyes and for spot concealing as well. So moving on to the eye brushes that I have here. Now I'm going to grab a few of these out because I have quite a few blending brushes. I mean, you can never have too many blending brushes. So some of them that I have here, these are all by Morphe. I have a few natural hair brushes here and then a couple of synthetics. I have the E22, the Morphe M441, the Morphe 433, the Morphe M330, and the Morphe M573. So they're all various sizes. These two are a little bit bigger than the other ones, so these are probably a little bit more precise. These are really great for blending out as well. So again, you can tell with the quality of these brushes which ones are the more pro collection, which is this one just here, but again they all do a lot of blending and they do obviously distribute the product quite evenly, and they can be quite targeted in terms of what you're trying to place on the eye and where you're trying to place it. The next brush that I have here is the Gorgeous Cosmetics number 16 brush. This is a flat shader brush. It is looking a little bit dinged up. I mean, it's kind of losing its shape a little bit, and I haven't had it for very long, so it's a little bit disappointing. But I mean, you definitely need your flat shader brushes. I have this one here which is a bit bigger and fluffier, and then I have another one by Gorgeous Cosmetics which is the number 17 brush, which is literally the same thing, just a little bit smaller. So you definitely need these in conjunction with the blending brushes in order to achieve any eye look that you're hoping to create. So moving on to the next brush, I have the Morphe E18 here, which is another domed blending brush. It's just a little bit more precise. This is really good for getting into that inner space in the eye if you're going to create like a halo eye look. I can't quite remember if it's already up on my channel, but I do have a halo eye tutorial coming up. I will link it in the description box below if it is already up. I don't know if it will be, but if it's not up before this video, it will be the next video after this one. That would be the best brush to get into the inner part of the eye, especially if you have deep set eyes like myself. That brush is crucial. The next couple of brushes that I have in here are some more blending brushes. These ones are a bit different. So I have a Gorgeous Cosmetics B111 brush. It is a natural haired brush here. Again, a smaller, more precise dome tip, so you'd be able to get into the smaller parts of the eye and really blend those colors out. And then I also have a Morphe E27 here as well, which is bigger. So this is the kind of brush that I would use to blend out my transition shade at the initial stages of doing somebody's eye makeup and really creating that seamless airbrushed look on the eye. So the next couple of brushes that I have here are, again, we're getting smaller and smaller as we're going down the line. So I have 4 Morphe brushes here. I have the E17, I have the M139, the Morphe M-52, and the Morphe M-321. So these brushes, again, we're getting smaller and smaller. They're more blending brushes again, so just looking up real close, we have some different variations of the tapered tip, but again, they do generally do the same thing. Probably don't need these many blending brushes. I just like to have extras on hand just in case, because you don't know if you're going to be doing multiple clients in a day, and I just like to be extra prepared. Now moving on to more of the angled brushes and getting right down to the tiny little brushes where you really want to make the detail for the eye look. These are the kind of brushes that you're going to need in your kit. So I have a Morphe M432 here, which is a flat brush, and then I also have a Morphe E29, which is more a brow brush. So this is a angled brush. It's got a nice angle on it, and then if you flip it, it has a spoolie on the other end. So I have this one just in case. I don't particularly love this. I do prefer the Anastasia eyebrow brush that she has in her collection. I use that on myself every single day to do my own brows. I just haven't purchased one from my makeup kit just yet. So moving on to the last 4 brushes, I have my eyeliner brush here, which is the Gorgeous Cosmetics 12 brush. It has a teeny tiny little angled point, which really makes a difference when you're doing your eyeliner, be that with a gel or a powder or whatever you're going to be using to put your eyeliner on, or even just be super detailed with your product. You could use this for brows as well, but this is just really, really good to have on hand, because you never know when you're going to have to do that kind of level of detail. But it's one of those universal brushes where you probably should have 2 or 3 of these in your kit if you can. I mean, getting a kit ready can be quite expensive, so I completely understand if it's not something that you're willing to invest in when you're getting started. But I think once you're up and running and you've got your clients and stuff like that, you should definitely invest in getting a couple of these kinds of brushes. So these brushes I use for my super fine precise work, specifically for brides. I think that that's where these brushes tend to come into play. I have the Morphe M213, and then I also have the Morphe E36. So one of these is a flat brush and the other is a domed brush. So you can see here, they're so tiny. If I put it next to one of the other blending brushes that I spoke about before, you can see that there is a massive difference in the size. Now that is going to make a huge difference when it comes to precise work when you're doing stuff on brides, especially if you're using glitter or a cream shadow. I definitely recommend investing in these. They are quite inexpensive. You can get them generally in a kit, and they will make a world of difference when you're out working with your clients. Now we're on to the final brush, which is the Zell 317 winged liner brush. Now this brush I have as a general brush just in case I need it. Now it is a lot bigger than the other eyeliner brush that I mentioned before. So just comparing the two next to each other, the Gorgeous Cosmetics one is substantially smaller. So it's going to be a lot easier to do your eyeliner because you don't have as much wiggle room for the bristles to move. So I have this just in case I need it if I've got multiple clients in one day, if I am not in a position where I can clean this brush on the job. But then I could also use this for brows if I needed to as well. So that is everything in my current Pro MUA brush roll that I'm using on my clients at the moment. I do have sponges that I use interchangeably as well. I just think that brushes are a little bit easier for me to clean on the job and a bit more hygienic, so that's what I'm sticking to, and that's also how I'm being taught at the academy at the moment as well. Thank you so much for spending your time with me today and watching this video. Let me know if you want to see any other Pro MUA videos based off my kit, maybe my hygiene kit I can show you guys down the track. And again, I hope you guys are keeping safe and well and looking after your friends and family and keeping your mental and physical health at the core of everything that you do right now. Let me know if there are any videos that you'd like to see up and coming on my channel over the next couple of weeks, because I am filming as much content as I possibly can at the moment. And don't forget to subscribe before you leave. Also, my Instagram handles will be in the description box below, so don't be a stranger and go and follow me over there as well. And again, thank you so much for spending your time with me, and I will see you guys in my next video. Thanks guys, bye. Bye.